have something that's arrived on the table already. As I got here, was already here.
Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings to you. Welcome. Bakhair alay, marhaba. This is Xrays Khan. Currently, I am going towards one of the most wonderful cities in the whole area. In fact, probably the wonderful city in the whole area. Xrays Khan is a bit rough this morning. We had a little bit of an incident last night and I've got a few head injuries, but I'll explain that to you a little bit later. But welcome to Attock. And my pilot this morning is Iftikhar, he's at the wheels. And we're on Kamra Road, entering the city. It's a lovely sunny day, it's about 20 degrees, and every time you come to this place you find something new. A bit of a personal journey. We had an incident last night, so I've picked up some head injuries. I had some stitches to the head, so I've still got a little bit of dry blood up there. We were around about Maghrib time, we were just on the way home, driving along merrily, fairly slowly, and we were victims of a hit and run. Our vehicle was hit in the back, tumbled over about 3 or 4 times, and the family has a few grazes and cuts, so we're just going to have some X-rays, but alhamdulillah, by the will of Allah and through the du'as that we read from the Quran when we sat in the vehicle, became a means of protection. So nothing major. It could have been one that potentially serious injuries could have taken place, and God forbid, and even worse than that. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a protector, He's the owner and sustainer, the giver and taker of life. But alhamdulillah, all praises for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are all good. Oh yes, and the driver was hit and run, so we don't know if he was, say, intoxicated, if he was drunk or whatever he was doing. However, he's run away, but he shall be caught. So if he has guidance, hidayat in his life, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him hidayat, and if he is somebody who's going to cause trouble, then may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make. So I was telling you I had a little bit of an accident. Alhamdulillah, it's all good. We have ended up at Ali Clinic in the centre of Attock, and we've had our X-rays done, and we have all the rooms here, Istiqbaliya, reception and the pharmacy. There's lots of ladies standing in the area, so you have to be culturally sensitive. One of the doctors, the X-ray rooms, and this is the doctor. We saw Dr. Muhammad Shuaib, a lovely gentleman, speaks fluent English, mashallah, and he's really looked after us. So Shiraz looks like he's in charge, and here we have, look, the pharmacy. X-rays are done, and this is the pharmacy and office. This is where all the action happens, and he's very kindly allowed me to make a small video. And Shiraz is in action, speaking to patients. And although this is doctor's surgery, etc., etc., one of the most beautiful things about being in Pakistan is the hospitality of people. So they've done the X-rays, we've got all the clear, picking up the medicine, and it's like, you guys are guests. You must have tea. You must wait for lunch. It's just normal for people in Pakistan to honour and respect their guests. And what Shiraz has done is hospitality, right? Without even asking, he's just put a wholesale price on the medicines, because he's saying, look, you guys are guests and you guys from overseas, and they wouldn't even charge for that as well. You know what? That was like 100% spot on customer service, like 100%. Amazing, really nice, to the point, really kind and caring. Discounted the medicines that you have to buy. You have to buy medicine in Pakistan. He's discounted it totally on his own accord. He says, because you guys are guests. There you go, look at that. Treatment done, 20 minutes, finished. And that's less than a £5. So off we go, walking up the road. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you and all of us. from these types of trials and tribulations. And this is apparently the type of vehicle that we were hit with last night. And the guy, the same as this one here as well, then has done a runner. And that thing there, the rickshaw, the Gingy, is what we were sat in when it tumbled over 3 or 4 times. 1977, when we were travelling to Pakistan, this is one of the vehicles that we had. Yeah, unfortunately we were involved in another accident in 1977 in October, where 2 of my brothers lost their lives. They're currently buried in Bosnia. I'm sure you'll agree, or nearly agree, most people love a car and they love a vehicle. But in Pakistan, one of the things that they're totally in love with is, okay, vans, transit vans, old transit vans. And when you have a conversation with someone, they'll say, it's original. Although it's battered and it's knackered and it's falling to bits, they'll say, it's original. So I've walked into a workshop here. Let me show you. I walked into a workshop, completely randomly found a workshop, just walked in, and there's a load of work going on. One of the first things that really catches my attention is this. It says mashallah, and then various du'as, various prayers from the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is teaching us to read at all times, so we have barakah in everything that we do. Tools of various kinds, hacksaws and rulers and little round bits and saws and hammers. Yeah, loads of other stuff as well. So as you can see, anything goes, whether it's dust, whether it's clean, whether it's whatever it is, whether it's shining, whether it's new. However, have a look at this. A Ford Transit 1986, and in a workshop where there's various vehicles as well. So this particular vehicle here, Suhail is working on it. Assalamu alaikum, Suhail. Suhail, where is this van from? ये गाड़ी कहाँ से आई है?
ये कराची से आई है।
It's from Karachi से। और कराची से पहले ये गाड़ी कहाँ थी? गाड़ी पहले कहाँ से आई है?
इंग्लैंड से।
इंग्लैंड से, right? So it's a Ford vehicle. और आप अभी कब से इसको यानी ठीक करे, कब से इसको बना रहे हैं?
1 महीना हो गया।
So he's been working with cloth in hand, water at the bottom, rubbing down, right, for a whole month. Now look at this, the steering column. Abdurrahman Allah, if you're watching this, Zahida, if you're watching this, from Oldham, if you're watching this, you're going to love this. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Another white one. Oh, check that out. Oh, wow. So these are all from England. Look at this. All sorts of stuff. Here we go. And the brake discs and all the rest of it. So yeah. Say the same. So this is one of the other workers from here as well. This is Noman. Noman, आप इस गाड़ी के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं? Okay, कब से? जी? महीना हो गया. Okay, तो इस गाड़ी के ऊपर यानी बनाने में कितना वक्त लगेगा? Okay, so it's taken me about a month to get it into this condition. Gee, rubbing and scrubbing, and then eventually it's going to go for paint and spray. Hey, for all you car guys, transport lovers, check this out, man, yeah? So this is by Afzal and this is his workshop. So by Afzal काफ़ी गाड़ियाँ हैं. Okay, एक गाड़ी जब आपके पास आती है तो इसके ऊपर टाइम कितना लगता है, इसके ऊपर खर्चा क्या होता है, और यहाँ आपके वर्कशॉप में कितने लोग काम करते हैं?
ये गाड़ी जो है ना, ये कम से कम 5-6 माह लग जाते हैं इसमें ना।
ओके,
तो ठीक है, हमें इधर 6-7 हफ्ते काम करना है।
माशाल्लाह.
ठीक है, तो गाड़ी पे तकरीबन 5 से 6 लाख रुपए पाकिस्तानी का है।
So 5-6 lakh rupees. There's about half a dozen or so people working here. और जब ये गाड़ी यानी इस कंडीशन में आती है, ओके, जब यहाँ से निकलती है तो इसका नेक्स्ट स्टेज क्या होता है?
ये आपके सामने खड़ी है।
Aha! There's the easy answer. He says to me, here's one that you can have a look at. As they say, here's one I made earlier. Okay, becomes this. As you can see, wow, mashallah. Oh, from the back and at the sides. Oh, look at that, amazing. Look the inside, mashallah. Look at that. And it looks like it's running on gas. We've got a little further, watch my head. Looks like this. Check that steering. Have you at the back. It's very busy on Kamara Road in Attock City. Proper busy. Oh, even Qadi's appeared. Here we go. Whoop. There goes another Ford. And there's another Ford. You'll love them. Ford, here's another one. They love a rickshaw too. And they love a motorbike as well. They love a Jap. 1997 Nissan. Look at this. Woo. More car workshops. They love a car in Pakistan. Assalamu alaikum. And look at this. I've no idea what this is. Looks like a Suzuki. Mashallah. Look at that. Now look, Tawheed is working on the vehicle. And Tawheed is scraping and painting. Look at this, wow. So currently I'm in Farooq-e-Azam colony. And there's all this going on. Or like them, or okay, on a scale, but from the bottom there all the way down to the top, if that is the top, the Chinese government, as part of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, are building a hospital that is within those grounds. All within those grounds. And you have to be pretty mad after you've got some head injuries to carry on doing what you do, because life goes on. So let's take a jump. There we go, jump. Side of the hospital is, look, them. Beautiful, mashallah, fresh. And then it just goes on and on. Fresh, fresh, fresh. It'll be very cheap as well. Love it. And there you go, look. The shop next to it. Assalamu alaikum. So this gentleman tells me his name is Murad, mashallah. Look what he's doing. And he's selling carrots. 60 rupees a kilo, which is about 20 odd pence. Guava amrud. These are 80 rupees a kilo, which is about 35 pence. So if you want to get your food. So if you want to get your food, come here. As the guy's hiding in his mask. I think that's very honoured and very, very high. Tributes to people that have given their lives for this country. Sayyid Anwar Ali Shah Shaheed. He was a victim of a blatant attack and lost his life in 2003. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him the highest abode in Jannah. Subedar Major Khyal Amin Shaheed lost his life too. For all those that are protecting their country, whichever nationality, from wherever you are, may God protect you and put us all on the right path. Look, more fruit, every type of fruit. Assalamu alaikum bhai. Assalamu alaikum. Tabhi theek hai ji sahab. This is by Sulaimana, its store. look. There we go. Kiwi fruit. And how many of you know what these are? Comment below if you know what these are. And by the way, remember to comment, share, and like the videos as well. Share them with your family and friends. And these are pomegranates, Super Lux. I think it's something import. And they're 400 rupees a kilo. Or angura, Jisab? These are 300 rupees a kilo. As the worker keeps squatting all the flies. And see if you can still work out what these are. Comment below, I might send you a prize. Told you they love a Ford. They love a proper Ford. And you know, whenever you go, you will always find some silly cows. What do you mean they're not being silly? So if you were found out wandering around amongst rubble, dirt, dust and grass, you'd probably be a silly cow too. Assalamu alaikum! Told you they love a Ford. And they love a Ford full of passengers with probably knackered engine as well, as we attempt to cross the road. Oh, and we have a gap. As we wander down the dual carriageway, and you have to be quick. Found a gap and I have to go Assalamu alaikum. And it's time for a break at the Yum Refreshment Centre. And it goes higher and higher and higher. Lord, there's a lot of people eating stuff as the delivery of milk comes in, or new delivery of milk. Be careful not to fall down the stairs. We have some work going on. We have a brother who's Assalamu alaikum, bye. So I've walked into the bakery and we already have a menu list with prices, and Nikash is one of the owners. Assalamu alaikum, bye. And some of the workers wandering along as well. And let's have a look at what they're serving in their pots first of all. So we have chutney, and looks like we've got tortillas in the back, some nachos, fresh yogurt. Oh, mixed salad, look at the decoration of that, mashallah. And then we've got, what do they call them? The fried bits, the fried chips, the fried potatoes, whatever you call them, for the daybale. We have some gajar halwa, and, oh, mashallah, different type of halwa. Fresh juices, bottles, kheer, rasmalai, that looks like creamy yogurt of some sort, probably a sweetie yogurt. And one of my favourite things, look, fruit and more fruit. And look, we have the seating arrangements down at the bottom, and it says staff only, so I'm going to break the rules. Do you ever break rules? Fast food every day. So it says staff only, so I'm going to break a rule. Go inside. Gee, brother. So it's caught at the door. Alhamdulillah, that's nice. Not the same standard as I had in Riwayat in Islamabad. It's still nice. Candy, give me the sauce, some mint sauce, with some spicy tomato type of sauce. It's nice, mashallah. So they've stopped off, okay, just to have some chaat really. So it has arrived, let's see. And it looks like this. So we have samosa, some yogurt, some onions. That looks like dhania. It looks like dhania. I'm not sure if it is. Tamarind sauce, imli sauce, and looks like a sprinkle of masala as well. Bismillah wa ala barakatillah, in the name of God, the most merciful and kind. Let's just give this a shot. Mashallah, looks really nice. And let's do mark out of 10. 0 being awful and 10 being brilliant. So it looks like this. No. The place is called Yum Yum. Alhamdulillah, kulli hal. But out of 10, that's probably about 6.5. which I'm surprised with. There are some other prices, and the pictures look like this. Definitely a bright place. A question: do you like this? So it's a very much cheesy white cheese chicken pizza with olives and looks like green pepper and probably some whole load of other stuff hiding. So my best friend's going to feed me. Bismillahi ala barakatillah. Oh, alhamdulillah. That's surprising. That is really nice. A tang of spice. It's really soft. It's warm. And I'm not a pizza eater, but that's really nice, mashallah. So if I eat the next 3 pieces, that means I'll have enough calories, extra calories, that I don't really need to carry. But we're just letting the spirit play today. We've got a head injury, so we're allowed to play today. And it cost about a £5 for a 12-inch, whatever inch, I have no idea. However many inches. Costs a £5, 2,000 rupees. In fact, probably less than a £5. About 2,000 rupees. These guys are here. I've got Ibrar and Nakash with me, right? They're very camera shy. Okay. So, do you like cricket? Do you like cricket? Okay. So these guys are cricket. So, Abhi by Ibrar, England are playing Pakistan. ठीक है ना? Who's going to win? कौन जीतेगा?
Inshallah, Pakistan.
Pakistan, why? क्यों?
Best team in the world.
Because Pakistan are the best team in the world. But England have just won the World Cup and they beat Pakistan. So is Pakistan the best team or is England the best team?
Pakistan is the best team.
Pakistan, inshallah, yeah, no. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm attempting to cross the road. Oh wow, Attock city is busy. Wow. As a vehicle reverses into the main road, do not do this. We're about to cross the road. The Xrays pilot is about to cross the road. Oh, and he's going that way. And he's going that way. And they're going that way. Oh my god. That's how we do a U-turn. Oh, and there's the old, I believe, Janice Manager's house. Somewhere from over there. It used to be a travel agent in these areas. Assalamu alaikum. One of the reasons it's busy is the majority of schools in the area seem to be closing between 1:30 and around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we have a area. Vehicles parked on the left hand side and a lot more. And here it comes in the opposite flow direction. There he goes. These are all workshops. Assalamu alaikum bhai. Kaise hai? What is your name? Naam kya hai brother? Say again? Naeem. And look, mashallah, they're off on their motorbike. Dua mein yaad bhai. And there they go. Right. So I was in this area roughly about 3 months ago, and on my left hand side it was at a stage where the foundations had been put in for some of these buildings. Look at them now. Look at this. All the way to the back. Assalamu alaikum bhai. Assalamu alaikum. And the occupancy rate of these buildings is amazing. Honestly, within a short space of time they go up and then there's somebody doing something. What do we have here? Attock Autos. Bargain spares as the car's about to hit us from the left hand side. Another one's about to set off and we have the National Islamic University Islamabad School Hiyo, what do we have here? S.O. Kamal. Aha, ladies' cloth. And another cloth house. And the best chana biryani apparently. And one of Junaid's favourite places. Loaded, tasting every bite apparently. And then we've got Shinwari next to it as well. And there's a very famous J dot. Junaid Jamshed. Junaid Jamshed was a singer who then changed his ways completely, became very spiritual, very religious, started to spend a lot of time in Tabligh Jamaat and started businesses. J Dot is his clothing brand and it's expanded, and they do perfumes and all sorts of things as well. And they have branches all over Pakistan and in many parts of the United Kingdom as well. And this is the 3 mile road. It's probably 10 miles, but it's called the Tre Mila, and it's being developed on a daily basis. The roads are getting better, they're getting wider, they have signage in the middle, and this road is now being built, I believe, right up to Haji Shah. And look, in the dusty Sahara, look, buildings are shooting up, residential buildings are shooting up at great speed. There's lots of materials on the road. Now we're on the semi-broken road, which looks like this. And it looks like we're probably going to have 2 lanes because they're very wide. And some barriers will probably appear in between. And I'm guessing buildings will shoot up here on the main road as well. And it looks like 4 truck drivers broken down. There is Work-Shaap motors on the other side. And then we have this. So is that overloaded? Another transit. Another transit. A Ford transit. Oh mashallah, and look at that. Mehriya Town's new entrance. This has happened just recently, so quick. So Mehriya Town is a gated housing society. Gated housing society. Very, very popular, particularly with overseas Pakistanis. And in the distance there, and here we go. Ooh. Cadet College. Ghazi Barota. Oh no, it's a cadet college, and this is a wedding hall, a Shadi hall, or a function hall, or an event hall, whatever you want to call it. And look at this. Wow, mashallah. This was like this. A little jump up, and we're going to go on the other side of the road. Okay, there we go. So this is the lower part towards the Ghazi Barota Dam, which runs from east to west. Here we go. If I just raise my camera back. And you'll often find a person or two having a race on this road because it's wide and because it's quick and because it's usually unattended as well, and all the mobile signals will often disappear. No satellite signals for a little while. And there we go, we're back on our side of the road. It's more busier on the other side. There we go. Oh, some more guys have broken down. So they say he's Sprinter. Now, what do you think when you see someone that's broken down at the side of the road? Naturally, you want to go and help them and do something, see if you can offer them a lift, or etc, etc. So these are common human values. These common values of helping one another, of friendship, you can do more of. We can all do more of it. We can do more of it restaurant in the middle of nowhere. More construction going on. There you go, Faith Public School. So according to facts, in the Attock district, Haji Shah, and particularly its land, is known for its agriculture of fruits and crops. It has very, very fertile land. As you can see, it looks like some corn that's growing on the other side of the wall, and it looks like the donkey is eating, I'm not sure if it's Dania or onions, I can't see from here. It's on the outside of district Attock, and as we get towards the end of the village, it's surrounded by hills. And from this direction, when we turn right, we're off to Islamabad and Karachi, and then when we turn left, okay, we're off to KPK and Afghanistan. And there's lots and lots of dust in the area too, which is not mentioned in the books. And the open air drains are not highly recommended. So Johnny Smith constructors need to come and dig some drains. Oh, look at that, lots of wood. It looks like the guy's making some kebab. And then they're undertaking and overtaking and all sorts of things, because this part of the road is still unbroken. It's unbroken. This part of the road is broken, and it's still not adopted by the local authorities. And this is a fairly posh building in Haji Shah. A bit more upmarket. There you go. More fertile land in between. And it looks like we've got a football pitch in the distance where you will sometimes see lads playing barefoot. There we go. Undertaking. Oh, you're all over the place. And there you go. Now he's slamming some brakes on. Oh, and he's turning left towards the Faith School. Need to have more faith than that. And then we have school children in the vehicle ahead, and they've got their bags on top with their rucksacks with all the things that they need for school, book, stationery, etc. There you go, kids in the vehicle waving. There we go. There we go, and we're hitting a ditch, roots up and down. And this is known as the famous Haji Shah Moor, the Haji Shah turn as she crosses the road at 1 mile an hour. And there's the sign, and now we're going left towards Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and then we're going to do a U-turn, and here comes a bike from the other side. And just further on, in Mansar Camp, they call it, Mansar Camp, there's an army training base, and in the local areas, because there's a shrine, I believe, somewhere near it as well, they sometimes call it Mansar Camp Sharif. These are the rugged hills around Haji Shah. There we go. Babu Kadu Sarkar. Rawalpindi Talagangan Attock City. And this is known as the GT Road. In other words, the Grand Trunk Road. And it goes for hundreds of miles basically into Balochistan and to the city port of Karachi. And in the opposite direction it goes to Deepanazi, Karachi Tuni. Acha wapasi ki zina kumatuni zi. GT Road. Agai direction ke. Peshawar namak ke. It goes to the Torkham border, which is next to Afghanistan. And then you can enter Afghanistan. It's probably not called the GT Road anymore, it's called something else, and it will then take you further in on to Iran, the famous Haji Shah Moor bus stop. And if you're brave, you do this. You park on the opposite side of the road and go in the opposite direction. Here comes another one as well. Honestly, the laziness of some drivers. Really long day. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel as well. We will get these videos out to you. They will get better and better and better wherever you are in the world. Have a wonderful, blessed day.